Oh my god. I've lost my mind, first of all. That's the first thing I have to say is I've lost my mind. I have been binging every K-pop Demon Hunter thing that I could possibly do. I've done comics, I've done fan fiction, I've done animation, I've done recaps, I've done things like that. I've lost my mind. But needless to say... Excuse me. My Twitch is being funny. But yeah, I've done so much. It's not even funny. But today we're playing a game that you guys asked for. Okay? I don't want to get shit for this. You guys literally asked. Alright? This is called The Beginner's Guide. From what I can see, it's a pretty old game. I have no idea how long it usually goes on. But we're gonna try and play through a bit of it today. I don't know how much. But we're gonna try. Anyway, let's just start. Please make sure audio is on. Controls. Sounds good.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Imagine being such a bro that you make a
it's
whole
2008,
game about your friend's
Coda
games.
starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
How did he get access to all this?
Warning. This
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
What? You're talking. God damn. Evacuate.
You can click to fire the gun.
Oh, that's nice. Do I have to fire the gun? Is there something I have to fire the gun at?
Hostile alien life forms inbound.
What do you mean hostile life forms inbound? What
It kind of looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would
What is
indicate
Crow
that there are
talking
supposed to be
about?
monsters or enemies somewhere. But then clearly there are no
there's
enemies
no
anywhere.
enemies. That's
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe
Okay.
Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
I don't know what he's talking
Enemy force
about.
neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
Do I go this way?
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Huh? Oh. Thank you for pointing that out. I have no idea. Ah!
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the
no.
interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
The whisper.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If you...
Give me my gun
Your
back.
body could stop the beam.
I'll shoot it.
It's so much to ask, but for
Wait,
all
I
of our
have
lives,
to-
would you do it?
Sure.
Could you give yourself?
Listen, lady. I've never been against unaliving. Why did I
Let me pause
instantly
here for a
fall?
second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Dying part 2. Huh? Wow. Is there
The beam causes you to start floating.
there's
And
a
this
way
is an
out of that
important
maze.
moment for him. Because yes, this is technically
You
a
have to
glitch,
go the
but
first
Coda
one
identifies
all
something
the way
human about it.
around.
Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger
This is a
chaotic
bigger level
system.
than I thought.
Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful
stuck
place,
today.
juxtaposed against all of the
talk.
hysteria that you've
I
just had to
walked through
traverse.
popcorn.
I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
All right. The path was behind her. I can't move.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
This is okay. This is a patented Mooney technique.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative.
Wait, I
It is
can't
less
move
advanced
side to
than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
side. And here we go. Up the stairs. Is there anything here?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it
That's
ends.
it.
Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Alright. Wait, are these all... Oh no. Oh, I can move forward. You are now entering. I'm just entering, I suppose.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be
Is
patient
there
with
a
me for a
meaning
few
to
more
this
games, and I
game?
promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Also, that's too loud. Let's try that.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Huh? Oh, is this just Starface?
I wish I'd
the
known him
game?
at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at
Very
all,
long
but
staircase.
what are you gonna do?
Am I getting slower?
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Alright. Huh? Is this just an idea room? That's cool.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
I like all the ideas.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him
This
as
is
cold
just-
or distant. He
Yeah,
said that
things
he
like
knew
this.
that he
But
was
they're not
actually a
games.
vibrant and compassionate person,
They like
but that it
notebooks
takes
and
time to
sticky
really
notes
see
and
that.
Stuff.
It can be a
Mine
very slow climb
Have
to get
films
there.
and YouTube channels. But this is nice. Well, that's lovely. Oh, we've now gotten to January of a different year. It looks cool.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
An actual puzzle. Too bad I'm off of puzzle games. No, I can't. Turns out, just like every other puzzle game, I actually can't solve this. Hi, who's silly? No, wait, I'm over here now. Ah, I actually
Don't forget
did
that
it.
solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
I don't
We're going
want
to see it a lot.
Oh no. We're playing Beginner's Guide. I don't know how long we'll be streaming today, but we'll find out.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end.
I have popcorn,
Simple enough.
by the way.
Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Huh? What the fuck? Why did he build this?
How about that?
I'm so fucking
There was more to it
confused.
than we had any way of knowing.
What was the point?
I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world.
What is he doing?
Either way,
with all
I
this?
think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role
Doesn't
here
it
is
look
not
crazy?
to understand, then what is it?
I know game developers. I wonder if they ever do shit like that. Oh, are we back here? You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role,
there's lightning
some larger
outside.
meaning that we won't
Stay
be
safe,
able to grasp
everybody.
until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back, and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
March 2009. How old was I? 7. Yes, I was 7.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot
make
do.
engines.
So in other words, the
this.
engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines,
wanna
Source
be
has certain
here.
things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly.
Probably not.
One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games
Don't
are
put
set
it
in
past
these
me.
large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine
I
does
say
well.
a medium. Oh. Was I supposed
The tools
to
available
fall?
to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making.
Perhaps.
You might consider paying
What is-
attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Is this a game showcase or a game? I'm confused because well, now I'm more confused. Where am I going? Why can't I? Oh, I have to go here.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original
Oh, so I'm
design,
just
the
in a
doors
prison?
stayed shut for a
That's
full
nice.
hour before letting you go.
Excuse me?
If you don't mind, I think we're going to skip that.
Why would I be in here for a whole hour? God damn,
This
man.
is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You
Why is
know,
this prison
whether
here?
a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means
I don't
anything if no one
understand
can
the
get through it.
game either, so then-
And I would always defend that, all this work goes
I
into
don't
the game,
understand the
why
beginner's
not
guide
make
right
it
now.
playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled
I saw the
Playable
trailer for
Games
this. I thought it was.
that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere.
Okay.
There wasn't.
Can I not? Oh, I have to go the long way. There's glass all along. What's at the bottom? More? So it is a prison game.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Phenomenal.
There's still no
gonna be
clear
so good
indication
at that
of
by
what
the
makes
end
this
of
puzzle
this.
so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Well, one of my popcorn had a hard kernel in it. You there?
Here, Coda
Come
begins
from up
using a kind
above.
of dialogue
Who's up
system
there?
that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities.
Oh, I
Use
have
the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
floating colored blocks. That's the world above. You've been there. Now, this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle of 2 doors and switches? Yes. I don't know these people. But how bad can it be if I just tell them? Again, perfect. Now tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. 3, I guess. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Oh no, but I do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. like you guys are in a prison. You're in a pretty cushy, like, tabled area. Oh. They're gone now. Oh. Hello again. Hello. How did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? I guess no. I've been here the entire time. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit back in the blank space in the middle. Who are you? Just go hang out in the blackness for a bit. You may not like it at first, but it'll grow on you. I guess. When people recommended me this after Stanley Parable, I
And
was
so
like,
we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
maybe, but I still don't see the point. They want me to hang out in the blackness for a little bit, but there's this right here. Did that just close? Yeah,
It's a lamppost.
it's a lamp.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a
The
destination. We're gonna see it in the work as well. His games are just gonna become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go,
Oh, that's
that
okay,
idea will
Pierre.
get clearer
I have no
and
fucking
clearer
idea.
and clearer.
You say it's good, but I'm hella confused. I have no idea what the point of this is yet. It just feels like a showcase. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see here are left by other players. I don't see any notes. Hello? I don't see
So first
notes.
off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet.
No point to
All of the
this.
notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda.
How do you beat this game?
This was
Hey,
actually the
these are
first
my
game of his that I ever
thoughts.
played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything
Wow.
that anyone else
Holy
was
shit.
doing. So right away I was like,
Can you guys hear
I
me?
have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was
Hello.
probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Reasonable.
I was
that's-
over enthusiastic.
Nope, can't.
But he was very gracious
That
about
guy
it
over
and
there
very
wrote
patient with me.
Much wrong.
And I cooled off eventually.
I'd literally rather be doing
Oh,
anything.
feel
other
free to
than
skip
playing
over
this.
any
Wow,
of these
that's
notes
rough.
if they're not doing anything
That's a
for
rough
you.
thing to
Nothing
say.
extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person
have
who's filled
popcorn.
with thoughts
I'm checking this
and
again.
feelings and beliefs
Maybe
and
I should
has
eat
no way
snacks
to
on
express
more
them
often.
except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
This one's off to the side.
But it's ironic, isn't
do
it?
you feel like a
that
hero
in
yet?
playing this
No.
game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him.
There's so
And
many.
I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just
Wanna tell
play
you a
someone's
secret.
game
Once upon a time,
and
I
see the
did
voices
dot,
in their
dot, dot.
head and get to know them better and have to do
Well,
less of
can I
the
jump down there?
messy in-person socializing. I could just
No.
get to know you through your work.
How do I get
I think
down?
this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world,
His world.
and then I feel less lonely too.
I feel like I've known Coda since I was 4, and now. Oh, what's here? More. Because of all this information. I feel like we're gonna learn more. I don't know if I need to learn more. A free t-shirt. Oh, here it is. It's just a very long hallway with notes. It's not very crowded here. Well, now it is. Does it dull every single one that I look at? Question. How do I get out of here? Do I have to look at a certain amount? Or do I have to get to a certain place? Don't tell me I have to walk the whole thing. That would be ridiculous. I need someone to talk to. Is rough if he wrote that. Don't listen to the other notes. I'm not safe. Coda, I'm starting to worry about you. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck? Excuse me! Where'd the narrator go? What's this one say? I beat the game. There's no game! Notably no
At the end
game.
of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Okay.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Downward, keep digging.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause.
Later, guys. Guys, it's not bad.
Just for a
here.
moment,
No solution.
a few seconds to reflect on
answer,
and let go
no
of the
second
events that
switch.
led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To
No second
grasp at that
switch. Quite
elusive
easily
bigger picture.
the easiest second switch. I've never seen an easier second switch. How do you leave How do you leave notes? He says in a note. Oh, we're back at the light. Oh, this is a lot of typewriters. Are they leaving the notes? Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. Alright, May to June of 2009.
Okay, this one is tough.
Porn stars
It's gonna
died
kind of
too.
just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Is spinning its own wheels? Alright. What does porn stars die too mean? Everyone dies. That's kind of the point. I like the patterns. Ha!
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing
What?
that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to
No.
the end of a hallway.
I saw
Except,
stuff.
for some reason,
There's
Coda gets really
things.
fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture.
I
don't
hate
know
to
why,
tell
but
you, man.
He decides he needs
Your
to
friend
revisit this prison.
is
He's gonna start over, use the same
100%
assets, turn it into something else.
depressed.
Okay,
I've never met a
cool.
more
Here's version
depressed
2.
person in my life. Other than maybe myself. Version 2? What furniture ought to go in the center of a room? Wait, what? A giant hole. That's not a giant hole. Along the side of the room? Let's do a washing machine. That's not a washing machine! I think we should light up this room a bit. Tesla coils. Oh, Pierre. I think a lot of people are depressed. Oh, there's a lamp. A table. You need a table. Pretty sure none of my none of my choices are making a difference here. Okay.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness'
I
sake.
feel like I'm in IKEA. Where am I? The Swedes have done it
Okay,
again.
He throws it out and starts over. This
Curse
time he
them.
comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Can I walk backwards? Barely. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instruction carefully. Take sure to remember each step. First, click on this table. Whoa! Good, now go over to the photo frame and click it slightly. Good, now turn the floor lamp in this room off. Wait, I turned it off. Now go to the left side sofa and move it a little bit. Now touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the stairs to be... What? That's how you escape, huh? Alright. I mean, there are a lot of people that are really depressed because people don't know what that means anymore.
And of course,
Exactly.
now the table is gone and you can't begin the
I
chain
think
of
there's
events
a
to
huge
escape.
difference between people who are sad and people who are depressed.
Here's a version where there
Do
are
I
no
think
bars,
this
but you
creator
can't
is
actually
depressed?
get to the well.
I think
And
so.
then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Ah.
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be
He's
working on.
probably depressed.
But Coda doesn't
I
have
mean, if
that
every
voice telling
single
you
thing.
to stop.
Look, man, I
That
used to make a
particular
lot
mechanism
of
defense
stories and
against yourself.
films and
Without it, you just
content
spiral.
about death.
And so he keeps
and, like,
going and going and going
the
and going and
concept
going.
of death and
and then he
how
hits on
people
something.
feel when other people
And he likes
die.
it. And that's it.
And that's because
he's done. He
I
stops
hated
making
myself.
prisons.
I feel like if you make
This
games
is the
where
very
every
last
game is a
version of the
prison,
prison game that he
you
created.
probably have
And the
some
reason
depression.
I think it works is that the prison is not actually.
Because I know people who make games. I do not know many people who have made exclusively prison games. In fact, most of the people who I know who make games, they make adventure games, they make shooter games, they make a bunch of different types of games. You know? I do not know a lot of people who make prison games, and I think that just means that this man is very, very depressed. The light is back! And we're in Scotland, I think. I mean, look at these walls. That sure reminds me of Scotland. Is that a telephone booth? Made out of a table? Ooh! In we go. Oh. Hello. Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Oh, hello, who is this? Hey, it's me. Okay. Oh, I have to click that. You're me? Uh-oh. I don't think they like that answer. So you were trapped in this prison too? Come on.
It's a
Textbook.
conversation. And so this is
I
what Coda
was
wants,
in a
is to be
reverse
able to talk to
prison.
someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice.
That's where
from
I
someone
am
who
right
knows.
now. Oh, I'm glad to know
The
that I
irony
get out
is that even in
eventually.
this scenario,
What's
you're
it
still
like to
talking
escape?
yourself.
There's nothing here.
You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Wow. Look at these fucking answers, guys. This is not... I don't know how you write the thing where you have multiple voices in your head. Oh. Dissociative identity disorder? Yeah. This, yeah, you could say this sounds a lot like dissociative identity disorder. Hold on. I actually... Okay, let's pick one. It feels completely still and wild motion at the same time. Do you feel any different? Sometimes I get scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. It's the same. Oh no, that's awful. That's the worst thing I can imagine. The problem is you don't actually know who you are right now. Wait, if you're me, then how did you call from another version of you where you were trapped? I got the call, that's how I escaped, I suppose. I didn't get a call. Am I lying to myself? What did they tell you? What did you have to do to get out? They just talked to me for a while. This is so sad. Guys, I feel bad for Coda. What? That freed you? How does that work? It will make sense. Okay, I can talk. Let's talk for a bit. Will you be here? I'll be here as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games.
That's so
After
sad.
all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Come on. That's so sad. We're only in August.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Wouldn't we all like to know what talking to someone other than ourselves is like? It feels like when you
To
tell
me,
a
this
child you'll
environment
understand
is
when you
meant to
grow up.
represent Coda's puzzle,
Yeah.
with the two doors on either
Which is
side
something
and a dark transitional space
I don't
between.
I feel like children can understand. Is someone gonna be here this time? Oh, clean. Well, my goodness. I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. I thought having to clean this entire myself, I might have been miserable. Everyone knows how lonesome hands make
You'll
lousy
notice that the
homes.
quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using
Are we
from this
cleaning the whole
point on.
place?
From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual
That's
polish of his work,
Sorry, little one.
and this particular
Oh, don't
game
worry
took
now.
2 months to
We'll be
create
through this
as a
mess
result.
in no time. I wish there was more. Why don't you finish up here? Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run to the bedroom and make the bed? This is the bedroom. That's the bathroom. Can I fix the carpet? There we go. All the little details matter. It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Oh, I thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. I just feel like it's so emotional. This line of work, okay. You think you've got nothing that needs cleaning, be careful because that means it's everything. Any rate, my place is just to see a bit of peace brought here. Speaking of which, the pillows on the couch are a wreck. Will you come straighten them out? Oh, I love that. Oh dear, someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as you're over there. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. Are you okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Oh, I don't know if they like that. I might have thrown them off. No, no, it was stupid. No, wait! Hit these dishes. Okay. Will you please tell me? The tub. The tub? Okay. No, need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are there books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? Not when I checked. Put it back on the shelf. Perfect. Now then, how about you come clear
After the
these
intense
dishes
set of
off the
prison
table?
meals,
I just
This
did.
house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it
Do the
sit
chores ever
and
end?
digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something
Darling, let me
meaningful.
tell you something. Whatever work you do, you'll have to actually own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future close to future you? Future chores to future you.
I know that Coda really liked this
Present you
game.
wants to smooth out the
Of all
rug
of his work,
in the
actually,
bedroom.
this was the
Believe it
only
or
one
not.
that he
Trust me on
called
this
me
one.
up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time.
Looks like the
just
tub.
walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Alright, you've got to tell me your secret. Okay, there we go. You had a cheesy thought. I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Huh, don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. This is so nice. What a lovely message. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? Hey. No, wait. Anyway, so housekeeping. Let's get books. Please clean up the books. Okay. The
I'm
pillows.
glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question.
But, of
Do you
course,
enjoy
it
this?
can't last. The music stops,
What?
your companion is gone, it's time to leave.
Where'd they
The door at
go?
the top of the hill is now open as well.
They haven't told
Again,
me everything.
you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving.
This is
It's how
about
you stay
depression.
alive.
That was nice. Listen, I'm in the middle of moving, okay? So I get it. Living in a mess is hard. My entire fucking room is a disaster right now. Oh, but that was nice. Man. Now I gotta go back down the path. It was fun. I want more like that. Wait, is this the wrong way? There's a bigger door up there. We were so close. I have to go the other way now. I want to go back inside. Let it all start over again. I'll pick different choices. Is there no... I could have sworn there were windows around this entire house a minute ago. It's so quiet now. I feel like I should whisper. What are you doing here? I'm gonna give you a name if I keep seeing you.
Which
Alright.
is the whole point of the
I'm
puzzle
naming the
book,
light.
right?
The
That
light
sooner or
is
later
now
you have to
Charlie.
pick up and move.
The light is
really
now
thought that
Charlie
was
the
the point.
lamppost. September 2000. He is pumping these games out.
This one
Items
gets a
you
bit
love
goofy.
at a members only price. Why did you come here today? I'm going to class. Was it to improve your life? I guess. Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No! You came here to be perfect. The workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. Wait, now I'm over here? I want your friends and the people in your life to look at, wow, this is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think of about that way in your own life? Nobody? Who do you think of as a well-developed, as a person that makes you feel disgusted with yourself? Compare to whom, selfish, ungrateful, I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how effortlessly we do it. This is easy. It's so easy. It's
About
so
halfway
easy.
through the game, the
Being
perspective
perfect
shifts.
is effortless.
you play as the teacher. And suddenly,
Ah.
you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna go check out. Oh, that's a student. Wait. On the way to work, I told an elderly. No, this is key. How do I achieve it with no effort? Well, let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, it's not the right answer. Wait. Yeah. I'm gonna go up here. I can't go up there. There's a giant hurricane. Alright. Well, if you're torturing yourself to make the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest way forward? Oh, I love this one. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? Something is coming out the back of the room. Look out! It's wait. Run, everyone, run! There's some
I felt pretty hard for
fantastic
this one.
thing. Oh, well now I
feel
have
like
to
it's one
pick
of the most
professional.
relatable experiences that
Because
you
that's
can
the
have.
only answer.
To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way and completely miss all of the little flaws.
I don't think
that make
anyone
them
is
painfully
perfect
human.
because I'm very well aware of just how
I think that's
everybody
what
is
it is.
flawed. But I also am aware of how I am flawed. It's great. Nobody gets to be perfect in my life, not even myself.
This one took a lot
That
longer
was
than all the
personal.
others for
Sorry,
Coda to
I
make.
guess I'm
It was
just getting
4
a little
months between
emotional.
this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this. And it's not
Stage.
like it's particularly complex. So I
Stage.
remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Ah, Indigo Park. This looks a lot like Indigo Park. Actually, this looks almost exactly like Indigo Park. Ah! Oh my god, no fucking way I just got jump scared in a game not about jump scares. I swear to god! How did that even happen? Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you'll be playing me. We're gathering as professionals. First, you'll start leaning against this wall. Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair, the professional photographers and animals. It's about your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain and succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello? Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You didn't give me conversation! You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. No. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of this conversation. I was reserved, but that's what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just a moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's something to feel better about the setting. There was a lot of people around us. I'll give you props to work with. These cones to bounce off, you can touch them and represent people nearby. Now talk to her again. Bump. Whoa! You see that? No. Let's see. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it up again! Excuse me? You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal quickly. Don't you realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this. Everything was riding on that. I think she would appreciate you being normal and asking... Charlie! What are you doing here, Charlie? Charlie, I didn't want to see you again, but you're gonna get in trouble. Listen to me, Charlie. We can't keep meeting like this. Alright? You're no good for me. Ah! God damn it, guys. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm in a prison again! Sorry for yelling. I didn't mean to yell. I'm just saying, this man feels like he's in a constant prison. And he's depressed. That is my fan theory about this very real person, is that...
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next.
I'm in a
Coda's
prison
life.
behind a prison.
The solution to social anxiety, to fears
That's
of having
perfect,
to perform
wonderful,
and
that's really
having to chase
wonderful.
success, the answer for Coda is
Do
to
I just keep
withdraw,
going?
to hide
Are
himself
more
away.
things gonna jump
Which
out?
is what leads to
find
scenarios
out.
like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where
More.
it just becomes
You're doing
harder
great.
and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very
Lampadaire?
comfy when I first played this game.
Oh, it's
You know,
getting
it
dark.
looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of
I'm gonna go back
just
to
disconnecting
Charlie.
yourself from the world. And that
The
wasn't what I
music's
wanted
getting
for him
scary.
or for his game.
I also don't
Because
think
I
this
feel
hallway
like
ever
a lot of his
ends.
games are inviting me to connect with this person. To
This
bring him
person
closer.
is in a hell. Save your friend. Your friend
But what
is
can
in
you do?
danger of
After
severe
this, Coda
fucking
went off and
depression.
took another 5 months to make a new game.
He took 5 months because he feels like he's in a mental prison. Mobius Trip. To play this game, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin. I must keep my eyes closed. Okay, we'll pretend. We'll pretend like my eyes are closed. I can't see anything. They're all blind? Oh, there was a giant door and my vision went black. You can't see anything either? Can you do something? Please, someone talk to me. That's deaf. No, we have no idea where we are. Am I going to be killed by a giant door? I guess we were... Hey, don't call me a cheater. Close your eyes. Chat, how
You
am I
should probably
supposed...
open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible.
He's
to
literally
solve
telling
otherwise.
me...
And there is a solution, by the way.
God damn it. There was a giant door and my vision went black. Hello? Do I... Well... R.I.P. Let's try again. I don't have a sprint button, so I basically just gotta go as quick as possible. Alright. Do you think it would let me? I'm bursting with creative energy. The only way to stop it is to speak something honest. Wait, that isn't truthful? I feel like that is truthful. Wait, am I gonna die because I said that? What does it want me to say? Okay, let me read it more carefully this time, I suppose. I just picked the first thing I saw. Truth. There's only one way to stop this. You need to speak something. I can't keep making these. Oh my god. He can't keep making these. Somebody needs to check on Coda. That's the truth. I don't
Like I said,
feel
I was
anymore.
getting
I'm
concerned.
out of ideas. It's
First
draining
off,
me.
he's never been this explicit in his work
I
about
don't feel
exactly what he's
anymore.
thinking. So where's that coming from?
Keep going.
But
Keep
then
talking.
even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for
I
him.
haven't been
Not
honest.
like he's
I
having
can't
trouble
figure out how
iterating
to
on
say
ideas,
the thing.
but
I
he
thought this was
literally
gonna
just
be
can't
easy.
think of new
I
ideas
haven't
anymore.
been honest.
And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual.
You're doing
Like,
it. Keep.
You know how
It's
sometimes
working.
a person will just deflect anything
I'm
that
alone.
you say in
I'm
order to
stuck
keep
in it.
themselves
I have to
disconnected
work
all
harder.
the time. It was
Bro,
that
number
kind of thing.
3 is me.
Here
I
was
have
the
to
point in
work
my
harder.
relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Yes! What do you mean if he needs my help in some way? Get this man a therapist!
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Desperate.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Alright. December 2010. Jeez, I was 8 years old. Alright, let's see. We start with chat. Hello? Oh my god, it's Yggdrasil. Where did this island come from? Oh, don't die. Is that a person? How lovely. Is a tree talking to me? It's been such a long time since I talked to anybody. What's wrong? You look lost. Oh, guys. These responses are rough. Hold on. Hold on. These responses are rough. I'm gonna move Mooney over to the other side. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give from my work. Oh my god. I guess when I create, I feel empty? Oh no! What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going. It stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me and start it again. Oh, chat, we can't be dead inside. That's not healthy. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. You have to take me to it. Don't die. I can do that, but there's a problem.
Game featured Coda talking
It's guarded
explicitly
by a
about his
difficult
creative
puzzle.
frustrations.
If you can
This
help me
one
solve the
turns it up
puzzle,
to
we
11.
can find the machine.
Now, put
Deal?
yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work
Oh,
is
no.
exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when
Perfect.
he clearly
Come
doesn't
on,
have
I'll
the
show
energy
you
for
along.
it anymore. Why? What is it for?
I just got back from a
From
run,
my perspective
so
at the
I'm
time
empty.
and just
I'm
what I
going-
knew of him,
I might
this
need
was
to
a
start
result
the
of how
engine.
isolated he was.
Guys,
He was
Oh
in his
my
own
God.
little bubble,
we have to
just
name
sitting
the.
at his computer
We have
all
to
day,
name the
not
door.
really showing these games to anyone,
Hey,
not
I
releasing them
recognize
onto
this.
the internet, and so he didn't have
wonderful.
anyone outside of himself
Can
to
you tell me
connect
how to
with.
do it?
He had no outlet to ground himself
First, you have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. Alright, what's next? Now press the switch here. Ha, that was so
You
simple.
can't
I can't believe
talk
I've never
yourself
solved this
out
before.
of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the
Dorsa.
answers. Then there's no movement.
Dorsa's
Then
the
there's
name.
no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
This is all my responses. To start it again. There's no machine here. It's just my responses. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say the game that is simple, joyous, and you'll 100%. You'll love it 100% of the time. Alright, making games is effortless. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Don't worry, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. That's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was
Just
watching
never
him
stop
do this to
creating and you'll
himself,
never
and I
feel
hated
bad.
it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like
Perfect.
video games
That feels fantastic.
are not worth this amount of suffering.
I'm
This
gonna
is someone I
vomit.
really care about.
It's probably
And
how
I
he
used to get
felt.
so much joy out of
Patience, you have
seeing
to
him
trust
create.
me.
For him to suddenly become angry and
Please
frustrated
continue.
like this, it was the worst
Oh,
thing
wait.
for me.
This is all previous stuff that we've done! I've helped a lot of people but can't help myself. Ah! Look, man. There's a lot of shit. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm going crazy. Give me a second. Okay. Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Yes. More. Keep
I don't
going.
know. This is what I felt at the time.
There's
I don't
no
know how
shame,
else
no
to
fear,
explain
no goal.
I wanted it to stop
Incredible.
more than anything.
We're back at the
I
prison,
never felt
and
so
Charlie
rotten.
is here.
I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to
Hello?
stop. But it didn't
Is
stop.
she okay?
After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
7? Now we're in May of 2011. This is called The Machine. The other one's looking for Machine. Now we're going to see the machine. It's the fucking door. Hi, guard. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you. You can interrogate it whenever you'd like. I intend to be brutal. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press. We might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Oh! Coda is the machine. Hi, press. Don't dignify them, chat. They're just press. Oh, hi, Coda. You want to talk? You
And
stop.
of course, it's the machine.
Your work was keeping us alive. Oh, that's not a way to talk to yourself, Coda. Those people out there, can you imagine what you put them through? Wait, no. How can we possibly go back to trusting you to do your job? Oh, these are so sad. I've been so alone. I apologize for leaving me. Oh! No! He apologized for leaving me. Coda. Think carefully. I know I've hurt you. Oh, I know how to hurt you! This is not what I want to say! I will apologize to the people on your behalf. I feel bad. I didn't mean to be so mean to him. Coda, it's okay. I'll go say something. My friends. I have a troubling revelation. Oh, guys, I don't want to say any of this! The machine will not apologize to us. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us show it that we are not failures. Guys, I don't like this. Follow me. Let's destroy the machine. We're back in the prison stage. Hello? Coda? God damn it, don't do it. Lights, don't do it.
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Coda, I'll make sure you're known forever. I'm just destroying something.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive.
Isn't
And I'll
this
tell
what
you,
you're
at the
scared
time that
of?
I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people. To get some actual
Why can I
feedback on his
destroy
games.
everything?
It might get him out of isolation. And so, as
I
I'm
have to
thinking this,
destroy
I
everything.
realized that
I like
could
this.
be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I delete the typewriters. Oh my goodness. Guys, I don't want to do this! I mean, if these games are making him feel bad, then I'm sure that deleting them can be a good thing.
So I started showing Coda's work to people.
Oh,
I took this
okay.
one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part
I'm
is that they really
so
loved his
sure
games.
that that did not
You
make
know,
him
the
feel
point of it all
better.
was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
That is not how you help people in this situation. Or maybe it did. What do I know? Put down your weapon. I can't. I have to.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's
can
the
see
thing
why
that I
you
always
thought
feel like
that.
I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something
No,
good.
you
like I was a
didn't.
good person. I felt like there was a friend
It doesn't
who was in
matter if
trouble
you
and
think
was
you're a
unhappy
good person.
and maybe
He
didn't
needs to
like
feel like
themselves,
he's a good
and I could
person.
fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling.
You
The
should have
absolute
asked
best
him.
feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
What happened to him?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower.
The
And
tower?
to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Oh, God.
So let's take a look.
Why do I feel like Coda died? Why do I feel like Coda is deceased? Oh, is Charlie gonna be here? Guys, I need Charlie back. I feel bad for yelling at him.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
I've made things
This room
about that
actually
feeling
has a maze in it.
before. If someone showed that shit off without my
Except that
permission,
all the walls of
I
the maze are invisible.
would
And then
be
every time you touch one of the
horrified.
walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
this stream. I think I'm gonna cry after
And to be
this
fair,
stream.
it's not like this is the
awful.
first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
Which is what I wanted. I wanted to go back and talk to that
person.
person.
But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then
He
maybe
sent
I could have
you
asked him. But I couldn't.
a link,
I
so
still
it
don't
might
really
be a
understand
date
why this is here.
important to you.
I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
I'm trying to think. I went past. Silly me. 1. 6. 1. Yeah. 7. I can't. Friend, help. Ah! All right. It's not that hard of a code. All right. This is so hard to think about. This poor man is probably so sad. Oh, God.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side.
Why would he
even
make
if
a
you
game
somehow
like
brute
this?
forced your way
Chat,
through the
why
first
do
two
we think
challenges, and you
somebody
got to this point,
who is
there's
so
actually just no way to
incredibly
progress.
depressed would ever make
And
a
it's scary
game
for
where
me.
you
The idea of
physically can't
Coda
escape?
cutting himself off
Any
entirely,
takers?
Just saying, you know, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Not giving
I
me
just
any way to
feel
fix
like-
the problem.
It's sad.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Yeah, we all do. That's
But I
why we
can
can
open this door
only
for you,
have
so
empathy.
Let me do that.
There is no switch on the outside. Oh, there it is.
Was
There
I a
it is.
failure for not understanding this game?
No.
I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed,
You
and
didn't?
I don't understand why.
Everybody
I
fails
remember,
sometimes.
it's
It's
June
okay.
of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
You
I
don't
have
know your
no idea
friend?
who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them.
Are you telling me you didn't
I had
know
been
this
trying
person?
to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Did you
I
ever
asked him
ask?
so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean,
The 3 dots?
and he wouldn't.
The dots are silent, like the in-between? I just feel terrible. Because I just wish that there was...
I just felt
Some
so
way to
strongly
fix?
that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy.
You shouldn't be
It was
making
that
someone
I
else's
needed
work
to
your
see
own.
myself in someone else.
Why?
To be someone other than me.
That's an
But he
awful
stopped
thing to think.
and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
How do you think he felt? He probably felt like shit.
Where did I screw up?
You didn't. I feel bad because I can't actually talk to these people in game. I want to talk to them.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Guys, I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna cry.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I can't tell if the narrator sucks or not. Because, like, why would you do this to someone? But at the same time, he shouldn't feel bad. Because there was nothing he could do if this is what he thought was right in the moment. But at the same time, like, this poor person, I think it feels like these games were literally their therapy. And he showed that to other people.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Guys, this is making me feel icky. Would you stop adding lampposts? I thought he said the lampposts were Coda? Is the lamppost him? Is Charlie not even Coda? If there's a lamppost at the end of this hall, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Oh, when I'm around you, I'm physically ill. Guys, this is rough. You desperately need something I cannot give you. I literally do not have it. I'm gonna fucking throw up. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Slow points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than it says about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you, not just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Oh, I don't like that, actually.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that
Narrator,
I'm sorry.
You gotta stop.
I know I screwed up.
You gotta
If
stop,
I apologize
man.
to you, truly and deeply, will you start making games again?
No, wait!
Please.
Don't!
I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
No!
I mean, is something wrong with me?
What?
I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict.
Oh my God, I'm actually gonna
There has
throw
to be
up in
something
water.
wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's
Oh my
nothing
God,
else that I
please
can do.
shut up.
Just
Please
tell
shut
me
up.
what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please.
It's not
Start
gonna
making
fix
games
it.
again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was.
He wasn't
I
complete.
want to know
He
I
clearly
want to know how to
wasn't
be a good
complete.
person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please.
This room is
I'm
getting
fading,
incredibly small.
And all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Hello? Epilogue. Epilogue, huh?
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
This is vaguely European. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. This is like rough.
Solution. I guess
I
if
don't
someone
even know where
had
we're
told me ahead of time
going.
that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
He!
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
You did
Maybe he
what?
just likes making prisons.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Why did you do this?
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
We don't have to hate you. You did a bad thing. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. You don't have to hate yourself for making a mistake. I just wish you would, like, come to terms with it, Like, people have to do that. They have to come to terms with the fact that they do bad things. Everybody does
If I
bad
knew
things,
that my life
guys.
depended on
It's okay.
finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
I mean, I understand needing validation. I run a lot of my life off of validation, but there's always the need to give yourself validation. Otherwise, do you even know what you're doing? Is there even an end? What happens if you lose everybody? In this situation, you've gone without, How do you make yourself feel better if all you depend on is other people?
What now?
What now? What now is you have to try and move forward and be a
think I
better
need to go.
person.
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna...
And he's gone.
Okay.
No, he's here. Or is he gone? Guys, just please, everybody, understand that sometimes bad things happen. Sometimes we do bad things. It doesn't define who you are as a person. At the end of the day, the only person who can define who you are is yourself. And even if you make a couple mistakes and people don't like you, that shouldn't be the end of the world. It's hard to do that, but I really Like, genuinely, it's the only thing that's gonna make you feel good, is to understand that sometimes you need to validate yourself. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, the ground is moving. I don't even know. I wish I had more to say. I wish I could help everyone, but like, it's so depressed. It's so depressing. I hope the narrator's not. I hope the narrator doesn't feel too bad. And I hope that Coda's okay. Unless these are fictional people, but I hope everyone's okay. Oh, it's this again. All right. Up we go. Oh, an endless maze. Just absolutely endless. I know. I still feel that way though. I wonder if we ever stop floating. There we go.
Turn back.
4?
Turn
No,
back
4, 4.
from this
4R.
gate.
4R.
You said, let
4R.
me prove that I'm
This project would not have
brave.
been possible
Let
without
me
the following
keep
individuals.
going.
Also, it was completely made up. That's okay. I just felt really bad the whole time. That's okay. I'm glad,
And
I'm
miles
so
and
happy. I hope this was made about fictional people. I hope this was a fictional game.
But I know that you're strong.
How sad. This is awful.
So turn back. Turn back.
My dog is coming to support me. And the little ESA that he is. You wanna say hi to the chat? Go ahead, say hi to the chat. I don't think you can hear him. But he's right there. Oh my god. What a game! All of you that suggested that to me, you can go fuck yourselves. That was so sad. That was so incredibly sad. Ugh. God damn it. I don't even know, guys. I mean, I'm feeding my dog some popcorn. We can hear him? Okay, just making sure. Okay. That was so sad. I suggested Pierre. Why would you do this? That was awful. I mean, awful in the best possible way. Just absolutely nothing like the trailer. Not a single thing like the trailer. I mean, yes, like the trailer, but no, not like the trailer. Ouch. Just fucking ouch. There's so many things I wish I could say to the people. Like, I wish I could talk to these people and say things. And the farther along it got, the worse I felt. I was just like, I just feel like there's, like, you know, I just feel that I need to help these people. Or that somebody needs to help these people. Or that something needs to happen. And it's sad. It's sad because you can't do that for everyone, you know? Like, sometimes people, like Coda, they do exist. And you cannot help them just by doing what you think is best. There's always caveats on how to help people. And it's sad. Even Mooney's sad. I'm just realizing she's got her eyebrows down. Maybe I look sad. Let me check. Yeah, I look sad. That makes sense. Man. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm super glad I didn't have to do this alone. I really like this game because it's me. Yeah. I wish I could tell you so much about who I am and why this affected me, but all I can say really is that, you know, I hope all of you guys are okay. And if you're struggling, I hope you know that you have people to talk to. And I hope that my streams can be something to escape to. Because they're an escape for me too. Like, you know, they're a big help. So I hope I can help some of you guys by doing this. Make you think more about yourself. Yeah. I mean, it's good to think about how your actions have consequences, and it's also good to think about, are you able to help yourself more than other people can help you? You know? Always good things to think about. Ah! It's so sad. That's so sad. Oh god. I'm scared because when I get off stream I have to check my analytics and see if, oh no, I have to see if this counted, and I don't know if I can do that because the game was not like super hype and happy, but I was so close. Oh god, I have no idea. This is gonna be a rough one, guys. Would you imagine if I said I have to work now? For another 3 hours I have to work. Oh, dog. I can't do this. You're gonna have to give me cuddles. This game left me crying for 2 hours on my desk. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I could go on a very long speech about what depressed people need and like how the best way to help them is, but like too complicated. Yeah, I get that. I hope that everyone's okay. I won't be streaming tomorrow and I won't be streaming this weekend, but I will stream again Monday for Minecraft Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and take the weekend to recuperate, get some editing done, get some work done. But when I see you guys next, hopefully I won't be still traumatized from the events of today. got powder on your tongue. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say bye now. I hope everyone has a good night. Bye.